The case against a Limpopo man alleged to have shot and killed 7 family members has been postponed to the 5th of January. He appeared in the Malamuele Magistrate's court today after handing himself to police. The incident occurred on Christmas Day, and the victims include a 1-year-old child and a pregnant woman. Our reporter Nqobile Madlala is covering that story for us, and she's joining us now this hour live from Malamuele. Nqobile, good afternoon. Just take us through the court proceedings today. I understand it was very brief.
Yes, it was indeed, Bradan, very brief. I just want to show you just slightly before we start. The MEC is now leaving the house in Malamuele. She had just come to pay her respects to the family, so this is her now leaving. But Bradan, just to give you an idea, the court case was, it was the first appearance, so it was very quick. From our understanding, when we saw the witness come in, he was then read his rights. He was told that the media wanted to cover his case. Did he have anything to oppose? And he was asked whether or not he will be represented by legal aid, which he then asked for legal aid. He then later on was taken out of court, and it was reprimanded. The court was remanded for the 3rd, and then after that he was brought back in, and he was told that he will be coming back to court on the 5th, which meant that the court case was then only going to carry on the 5th. From our understanding is that he will have legal representing from a legal aid, and also that's what he asked for when he was asked who was going to represent him.
Okay, and the family, how are they doing now that the legal process has officially started with this brief court appearance earlier today?
Well, Bradan, having spoken to some of the spokespeople of the family as well as other members, they're saying they're taking it a day at a time. It's really quite a difficult moment. You will remember, Bradan, that the person that is in court is also family. It's an uncle, in fact, and the people that he killed were his 2 nephews. So it's quite difficult for a family. They find themselves in a position where they kind of have to choose a side. So a very difficult moment for them. But they're saying also that like any other community members that have come out, as well as every other representative that has asked for justice, they also want justice. This is quite a difficult time for them, having lost 7 people. At the same time, Bradan, they're saying that it's very difficult as well financially, and so they will need assistance of any kind from everyone else, because this is something that they could not have planned for. So it's very difficult for them. But let's listen into the spokesperson of the family, Tando Mulawudzi.
We are coping, taking it one day at a time, supporting each other and accepting all the support we are receiving from individuals, from the community, from the local municipality, from the MEC, from any stakeholder to come and comfort us and assist us, including the family church, the social development, who are here even now as we speak.
I see the authorities have been on the ground as well to show their support for the family. Nqobile, as we're crossing live to you there, you were saying there's an MEC who's been there, who's about to leave. What is the local government saying?
Well, Bradan, everyone has been throwing their support for the family forward. The mayor has come out, the MEC has come out, the community members have come out as well, just to say that they are here. Should they need any assistance, that's them now leaving, Bradan, as you can see. So a lot of them just saying that they're here should the family need any assistance. We heard from yesterday that also the MEC of Social Development's office has also reached out to some of the funeral parlors in the area, and they are hoping that they will also assist in terms of making sure that the people are going to get a befitting funeral. That's what they had said, as well as the community also going out as far as going to court as well. They were outside showing their respect, showing their support. They also want justice. I think one of the most painful thing was speaking to the family and hearing them explain how they think this must have been such a hard time knowing that one of the people that was shot here was disabled and he couldn't run. They're saying that they could imagine how difficult it was for him to watch all of this happen to his family, because we know that the wife as well that was pregnant his child. Some of the community members even going as far as saying that this is not just 7 people, it's 8 people, because the woman was in fact pregnant, as well as these children. We do know now, Bradan, that the person that was left behind is just under 8 years old, and from our understanding and from the MEC as well, is that that child also needs to get some form of support, some form of counseling. The MEC going as far as even saying that the child woke up to seeing that bloody house, seeing the blood all over, seeing the people dead, and saying that this is something that they are going to be addressing. And of course the MEC of Social Development saying that if someone does something like this, then they do not deserve bail. Let's listen into the MEC.
We are here as a Department of Social Development to add a voice to no bail, because our wish is for him not to get a bail, because he has caused so much disaster and the families are in pain. We are joining the family here because we are also in pain. We are also frightened with what has happened, that how can a normal person do such a grievous thing. So we are here to support the family, but also to add a voice as government to say no to bail.
Okay, Nqobile, we know the case, as you said, postponed to the 5th of January, which is next week, I think next week, Tuesday or so. What are we expecting to happen between now and then? I mean, do you know if the family is planning any events and the local authorities and support the family, or they're just going to wait for the court case and the investigation by the police to conclude?
Well, Britain, the community has been calling for the suspect's blood, so a lot of them very angry. But we know that for the family, it's going to be a memorial service on Thursday first, then a funeral, which will be on Saturday from what we understand. And then they said only then will they focus on a case. For now, they just want to ensure that they go through this process, take it a day at a time, like what they were saying. And then after that, only can they focus on the case. But the community has also vowed to always be there and go to support the family. We do understand that a number of them wanted to come out, even more numbers than what we saw in the morning, but most of them were then asked to turn away because of the COVID restrictions as well, to ensure that people do not find themselves also passing COVID from one another. But we do know that the community has said that they will be supporting the family. We also today saw some of the structures of the ANC in this community who are also there to also show their support. The MEC also saying that she will be there should there be time in her hands. She will make sure that she attends this court case. Otherwise, she will have some of the representative that will be attending the court case. But we do know that the family said that even though they cannot commit, but they will ensure that they are going to the case. This is, of course, a very difficult time for them.
Thank you very much, Nqobile Madlala, there, Malamuele in Limpopo.